Welcome to Vienna. Good morning, Vienna. Yes, I'm in Vienna and I'm about to meet my sister for shopping. And there's the Parliament building. And now we shall find my sister. Aga! And here we have my sister, right on time.
Yes, I was here already. I've been waiting.
I'm sorry, because my phone doesn't have reception. Where are we going?
We're gonna walk through Volksgarten and then through across Heldenplatz, which is I think famous because it's where Hitler gave his speech.
Yes.
And then through to the Burggarten, which is the next.
See, I don't know any of those things. And then?
And then we're already almost on Kentnerstraße.
Okay, and this is where we will
shop. That's the Hofburg.
Aha.
And this is where the Chancellor lives or works.
Ah, okay.
And it all used to be the Habsburg Emperor's winter residence, like main residence. And then they had their summer residence in Schönbrunn.
Ah.
And yeah, so that's it. That used to be the palace. It used to be the private palace gardens. But then they made it public. I think they have the archives there and some museums in there. And this is Mozart Memorial.
Ah, it is.
Yes.
And this church poking out its head. Oh, and the other one is St. Stevens. Yeah. And it's so nice and warm.
Yes.
And it's very unusual that the grass is so green still in December. Usually it's all brown and dead.
Because we had a lot of snow and that sort of covered it, and then all the water trickled down, I think, so it's very well kept at the moment.
Well hydrated from the snow. With the dead bare trees though.
Yeah,
so when will the trees come back? Usually in March or something?
They don't all come back at the same time, but they probably start in March. The first ones will burst into leaf, and then it will continue until April.
Ah, and there's Mozart. There he is.
That's a treble clef.
Ah, yeah, it is.
And in the summer it has flowers along it.
Here we have Kaiser Franz Josef. Who is he?
He was a very long reigning Habsburg emperor, and he was the penultimate one. There was only one after. So I think he died just before the end of the First World War. And then he was succeeded by Karl I. But Karl I wasn't there for very long because after World War I, the monarchy in Austria was abolished. So he had to go into exile, and he didn't last very long after that.
There we go, there we have it.
So he was pretty important. And it's like when you think about the Kaiser, you think about this guy.
Yes, and the beard. And isn't he the one where there's a video of him where he says...
Es hat mich sehr gefreut or something.
Ja, es hat mich sehr gefreut.
Es war sehr schön und es hat mich sehr
gefreut.
Because that was one of the first times that you had audio recordings.
Oh, yeah.
So it's pretty impressive to have his voice on record.
On YouTube.
I don't know if it's on YouTube.
Okay, and we are here with yet another monument.
Yeah.
Who do we have
this
here?
Is Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, a very important writer, but I'm not sure why he's here.
Ah, yeah. We don't know why we are. We are here for shopping.
Yes.
We know why we are here. And here we have the Vienna Opera House. There it is. Aga, do we have something to say about the Vienna Opera?
Just that it's the famous Vienna Opera House.
Yeah.
And it's pretty nice. And I think it was destroyed in the Second World War, then rebuilt.
Built in 1861. There's the tram. And here we have Mozart himself selling tickets to his own concerts. St. Stevens. I mean, I have to say, as nice as it is that it's not cold, it's not Christmassy at all.
But it will be once the sun sets.
Okay. But right now it just feels like spring.
It's true. But that is lovely.
It is. And here, okay, I have something to say about Sacher. But first, look how nice. Sacher has the world famous Sacher Torte. And it has an E at the end. It's not Sacher Tort. To all my American and Australian viewers, I always say Sacher Torte and it drives me crazy. It's Sacher Torte. And that just means cake, Torte. And there is the home of it. And it's the best chocolate cake in the world.
It's very good.
It is very good.
And there is the famous feud between them and Demel. Demel is another very famous patisserie around the corner. And they claim to have the original recipe. Sacher claims to have the original recipe. And one has to, I don't know, put jam. The other one is not allowed. So there was a long-standing legal battle.
Yeah.
I don't
over
really
cake.
know how it's resolved, but people can look it up online.
Yes. Okay, the shopping is starting because I need sunglasses and the dog is wearing sunglasses, so that's promising. I see sparkling handbags. Oh, I like them. Okay, so now we are on Kärntner Straße. And this is like the fancy main, in the center of Vienna, the fancy main shopping streets. With all the tourists. Am I a tourist too? Okay, look how pretty, what is it? Lob my eyes. Something very fancy. And there's Swarovski. Okay, I said it before in one of my videos, I'm gonna say it again. Swarovski is Austrian, and this is one of our biggest exports into the world, and we are very proud of it. We've got many Swarovski stores here. And the other big export is Wolforts, which is like, yes. See, Aga didn't even know. Yes, so those are the two things, and you find them in Sydney and everywhere in fancy areas, and it's Austrian, like us. True. Okay, we have an outfit here. Hold on, I'll put on the shoes as well. Okay, here it is. The yak. Is it yak in English as well? Ah, yeah. Wait, I don't even know what a yak looks like, but apparently I look like a yak. But oh my god, I love it. I have to buy it. Aga. It's only 50 euros. And we bought we bought some stuff.
Maybe too much.
Maybe too much stuff. Aga, where are we? What's that square?
Neuer Markt.
Ah, Neuer Markt.
It used to be a market.
So new market it means
Yes.
in English.
Yes.
And it's very nice and it has a statue. And look how pretty it is. It looks, it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It is very pretty. I mean, for us Australians, this is very fancy. We're going to grab a bite to eat. Okay, so we are having lunch here, outside because it's warm enough. Ah, there it is. And here, I've got berries. Yeah, very nice architecture here. We're still on the main shopping streets. What is it called? Ah, Kärntner Straße. A perfect match. Okay, let's go inside then. That's so nice and pink.
So this is the famous St. Stevens Cathedral, Stephansdom in German.
Where is it?
Behind you.
Ah, there. So there's St. Stevens Cathedral behind us. Yes, thumbs up from my sister, which is also a reminder, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. and maybe even subscribe. Consider.
I'm a subscriber.
Yes, there you go. And we are now at Graben, which is another street near the city center. What can I say? And it is very, very pretty. And there's Christmas trees for sale.
And this is the famous column that was dedicated
To the
after
plague.
The plague, yes.
Yeah, but not the recent plague, but the old plague. There it is up close. Okay, so this is St. Peter's Church.
It's quite pretty, actually.
Yeah, and this is Cibo e Duscio.
We might be lucky here.
And I love this place because they sell everything. It's actually a coffee place, but it sells everything else as well, which is really weird.
And it changes every week.
It changes every week. Okay, so now we are going to the fanciest street. This is a very old fancy supermarket. And we are at Kohlmarkt now. Oh, and here it's so nice at night with all the lights, but right now, still too bright.
It's not usually this busy. And because this is pre-Christmas and lots of people shopping and lots of tourists, it's not, usually that bad.
Okay, not. I mean, it's actually not that terrible.
But it is very crowded.
Yeah, it is a bit crowded.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Santa with the surfboards.
I wouldn't like this bag because it sticks out so much. I like my bags as flat as possible. With this, you've always got it there. It's in your way. I would hate it. I would be very annoyed by it.
Really? So if I give it to you as a Christmas gift, you would not like
I
it?
would not like it. I would give it back to you.
Okay, that would be a good idea because I love it.
And since we're here, this is Demer that I mentioned before with the Sacher. So this is the bakery that has the dispute with the Sacher.
So there it is.
And people are queuing for the.
Oh, they're queuing for the cake.
Yeah.
Look at that. Even though I think Sacher is much better. That's my personal opinion. And here coming up, what is this?
So this is part of the Hofburg. This is the gate into the Hofburg that we saw before.
Ah, it's the other side.
Yes, and on the left is Michaelerkirche, where Josef Haydn used to live.
Oh, really?
I've just seen it. I've just seen it.
Ah, it says on the side. We are learning something here. Even though my sister is already very knowledgeable and I'm very impressed. She's a very good guide. But we are still learning here. Because so many important famous people lived here. So, oh, and there's a that dog goes with my sweater. What's the
This is
church?
Michaelerkirche.
Ah,
I don't really know what's special about it, but it is a nice church. St. Michael's.
yes,
And
St. Michael's.
This
Yeah.
is the Hofburg from the other side.
Yes, Hofburg from the other
This
side.
is the Loos house. So Adolf Loos was a famous architect, and this was very modern at the time it was built. I think it was around 1900, but I'm not sure. And it was called the house without eyebrows because it was very, very controversial to have no ornaments on the windows.
I love it. It's really nice.
It's beautiful, yeah.
It doesn't need, and especially the green.
Just a very plain facade. The upper part is very plain. And at the
Yeah,
time,
but
it's
it's
caused a
nice.
scandal.
It caused a scandal, but it's minimalistic and nice. Oh, so this
Exactly.
church is from the 13th century.
So that's 12 something.
Wow. Yeah, stuff is really old here, guys. It's not like in Australia where things are only 200 years old because it just only started recently. So I went to this museum twice and I absolutely loved it. I think it's the best museum. If you only go to one museum in Vienna, go to this one. It's absolutely lovely and so interesting. So this is Sissi, the Empress Elizabeth. Good morning, it's another day. I'm doing stuff without my sister today, but I'm still a very good guide, hopefully. So, we've got Art Deco subway stations in Vienna. This is one of them. Yes, this is how fancy the subway is here. It's not as old as in New York and London, but it's still old. Public transport is amazing in Vienna. That's why I never learned how to drive, because I don't need to know. Because you can get everywhere pretty quickly, like within half an hour, maybe 45 minutes if you go from one end of town to the other side. Okay, so where are we going? Okay, so I just missed my train because I was filming. But it's okay, the next one comes in 5 minutes. And here, behind the trees, that's the Danube. The Danube actually splits in many ways. So this is just one part of it. This is the small one that doesn't flow very quickly. It's called Donaukanal, Danube Channel. And there are ships. And those Mozart balls, if you translate it, it's called Mozart Kugeln, but if you translate it, it's Mozart balls. And their speciality in Austria. And we've got magazines here on the train, if you get bored. It says Christmas in Vienna. This is what's happening. So where I am now is called Schwedenplatz, which means Swedish Square. I'm taking the exit for Roten Turmstraße, which means Red Tower Square, Red Tower Street. It sounds so weird when you translate it. Here we are at Swedish Square, Schwedenplatz. About public transport, you can get a weekly ticket. That's what I did. It's, I think, 17 euros. Not too bad, and it takes you everywhere, and it's reliable and quick. And here's the famous sausage stand. They have them everywhere in Vienna. Oh, there's the police. Try to get a shot of them. There they are. But I didn't do anything wrong. They're coming to arrest me now. No, it's all good. This is a really, really nice shopping street, also in the center of Vienna, close to where I was yesterday with my sister. Here. Roten Turmstraße. So the city center of Vienna is very different to Australian cities or American cities. It just looks like this. It's like all very, very, very old buildings, and it's all protected, so you cannot just rip them down and build something new. Which, by the way, was the reason why I never liked Vienna when I was a teenager. I was like, this is not cool, I want skyscrapers, I want to live in Australia, which I do now. 1,000 years have passed, and now that I don't live here anymore, I do appreciate it very much. Like, beautiful architecture. I mean, it is pretty amazing, and just how old everything is, and it literally has not changed. I mean, a few shops here and there have changed, but the buildings, nothing has changed since I was a teenager and grew up here. This shoe shop is new. It's also very nice building. See, yellow, fancy.